Hello everyone, how are you today? I'm in the cathedral and it's good to see that you're here with me. I've got a bit of paper and I've chosen this paper because I think it's rock coloured. I'm thinking about a grey rock. So you could choose any colour you like because rocks can be lots and lots of different shapes. But this doesn't look like... Can I start again, Petey? Hello everyone, how are you today? It's good to see you here in the cathedral with me. I've got this bit of paper and I've chosen this bit of paper because I think it looks like a rock sort of colour. But rocks come in lots and lots of different colours, so you might want to choose a different bit of paper, or you might want to use white paper and colour it. So what I'm going to do with my rock is I'm going to cut it out to make it look rock shape. So I'm just going to do some wiggly bits of lines all round like that. And this is my rock. Can you imagine this big rock sitting on the ground in the desert? I can. Now I'm going to do something a bit tricky with my rock. I'm going to fold it in half and then I'm going to fold it back. So my rock is looking a bit smaller than it was. And I'm going to trim it a bit to make that round at the top. So this is still my rock. Then I'm going to open it up. And I've got this shiny bit of blue ribbon because I think this looks a bit like water. And I'm going to hide my bit of ribbon in there and I'm going to fold it over the back. And I'm going to take a bit of sticky tape and I'm going to stick my ribbon down the back like that. Then I'm going to fold this up, fold it in half and fold that back, and I'm going to hide my ribbon in the middle of my rock. Let's just squash it all in. So you could use blue paper or some shiny cellophane, or you could use whatever you wanted to do. So here's my rock sitting in the desert. And in the distance over there, there's a whole crowd of people walking across the desert, and they are very, very hot, and they are very, very tired, and they are very, 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 very thirsty. And the man who's leading them across the desert is somebody called Moses. He was taking the people of Israel all the way from Egypt to find their new home in the Promised Land. And they were getting very tired and very cranky because they all wanted a drink of water. But this was the desert. And you know what? There was no water in the desert. And they were getting very cranky with him, and they were telling him to tell God that they all needed a drink of water. They were coming closer and closer to our big rock. And Moses was praying to God and saying, God, what do I do? You said you would look after us, and all the people are so thirsty and tired. Where am I going to get them a drink from? And do you know what God told Moses to do? God told Moses to take his stick and hit the rock. And do you know what happened when he hit the rock? Water came flowing out of the rock, and it flowed and it flowed and it flowed, and there was plenty of water for all the people. Do you think you could hit a rock and water come out of it? I've never managed to do that. It's pretty hard for people to make water come out of rocks, isn't it? But do you know what? God can do lots of stuff that we can't because God is pretty special. And sometimes it's worth talking to God and just asking God how we sort things out. Do you do that very often? Do you pray to God and say, I'm really worried about this, God, or can you help me, God? Because you know what? Talking to God helps. And that day it helped Moses. and it helped all the people who were so thirsty and they just needed a drink. So do you think you could make a rock and make water come out of it? I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could make a much better rock than I've made and make a good flowing water coming out of it so that you can tell everybody the story of the water coming out of the rock. What do you think? I'll see you later. Bye.